April 1st is here again. Happy New Year. Let the cycle begin. What a joy, oh the joy. One of those rare days we can take our mask off and be ourselves. Do this in my honor, said the Lord Jesus. I'll show you where he said that later, but first, let's dig in deeper and deeper into this April 1st day, April Fool's Day. And to do this, we must start with the tarot. For the Fool card is 0 and represents the start of a new cycle. Isn't that funny that the Fool is the first beginning of the tarot card, and April Fool's Day used to be the first day of the year. The Fool is enthusiastic and impulsive, and any lesson he learns or she learns in this life, they carry into the next life. Yes, I am talking about rebirth, or as we like to say in the modern times, reincarnation. You see, in ancient times, April 1st was the first day of the new year, the time when life was returning to the trees and flowers, and the frozen ice was retreating back into the earth from where it came. The Anglo-Saxons called it Easter Manath, for the goddess Estar, who was the goddess of spring and rebirth. She was also called Ostara and Estra in other tribes. The name is not important, for most of the written records honoring the pagan gods and goddesses of the past were destroyed by the Abrahamic faiths as they grew into the knights and Satan's army that they are today. Sad but true. April is named after the Greek goddess Aphrodite, the Roman goddess Venus, ooh la la, same goddess. In ancient times, after the March equinox, it was customary to hold a week-long celebration to mark the end of winter and the beginning of spring. Yes, the miracle of reincarnation of life that happens right before our eyes every year. This, my spirit guide reminds me, is why we enjoy this time of year so much, because it reminds us of our own deaths, winters, and our own rebirths, springs that happen time after time after time. The miracle that no religious story can top, for we see it with our eyes. Each year, we see it. Those of us with eyes to see, that is. Yes, reincarnation. That thing we all know from within. That thing that can't be learned in any book or gained from a religious conversion. That thing we all know when we see people we've seen before for the first time. That thing we've known since we were born. That thing is just there with us forever. The base of all true religious beliefs before the Abrahamic faiths became threatened by it. Why? I don't know. Why did reincarnation threaten their teaching so much? I don't know, but it did. And they had to do away with it. They had to crush it, wipe it out. And they crushed and wiped out all the history by crushing the pagans, the Cathars, the Gnostics, Kabbalists, Sufis, etc., etc., etc. All of us who would not be converted and so were put to flames, the sword, or both, all of us, to stop the message of reincarnation, which we all know in our hearts. They put us all to the sword or burned us. I know. I was there. The threat of reincarnation scared them so much that they changed the first of the year from April 1st to January 1st to try and wipe reincarnation from our memories, as they had our other celebrations, which were now theirs in the form of religious holidays. But we knew the truth, and so when April 1st came along, we ran into the streets playing tricks on them, and we laughed, and they all called us crazy, but because their own spirits knew the truth, they celebrated too by joining in on our tricks. Even though they knew not why in their minds, they knew why in their souls. And those behind the scenes, the Demiurge earth gods, knights, and Satan's army, knew what we were up to too. And it scared them. But we continued our celebration of the new year, April 1st each year. We were the jester fools to the king who allows us this every year for his amusement. For, even the king knows that he will one day be reincarnated. And maybe, just maybe, into the life of a jester. Yes, it is April Fool's Day again today. Let the cycle begin. Oh yeah, and about the Jesus thing I told you about earlier? April Fools.